Microdose, yeah. Microdose. Microdose. Microdose, dose. Microdose. Microdose, dose. Microdose. Microdose, dose.
What's good, y'all? Kush Hayes here, coming to spooky movie edition of the Microdose. It's October. It's one of my favorite times of the year, although I probably say that a lot. But anyway, I love Halloween. I love spooky stuff. I love spooky movies. And brought two of the spookiest guys I know from the Overlook Theatre. Big Papa, Russel Fisher, the Lord of Battle Mountain, and Terrell Trotty of Bluray Tuesdays, both on the Overlook Theatre YouTube channel. Fellas, what's good, y'all?
Hello, how's it going?
What's up? Dude, I love that damn intro.
We're here to talk about spooky movies. It's October. I feel like 2022 has been a standout year for like mainstream horror. Now, I didn't care for it, but The Black Phone was a crowd pleaser. Barbarian is the best movie no one can talk about. Smile, I get why people like it. I prefer The Ring better. Okay. But then you got like Hellraiser's coming out this Friday on Hulu, and Halloween Ends. Like, are we excited about either of these properties? Do you want to add anything to those previous titles I just mentioned? What are you looking forward to this Halloween?
You forgot Scream 5. That's
Scream 5. I didn't even see Scream 5, but okay. That made money. That made a lot of money.
It made lots. I watched it 5 times.
5 times.
Yeah, and counting.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're stoked for Scream 6, then I take it.
1000%. March 31st, 2023. I'm in my seat.
Yeah,
this year's been great. Did Texas Chainsaw come out this year as well on Netflix?
I think so.
That was a good one. I actually like Prey.
Yeah.
Prey was good. This year's been great. Barbarian, back to that. You said the one that nobody can talk about. What did you mean by that?
People will see Barbarian, and then whenever they talk about it, it's like, dude, you gotta see this movie Barbarian. I can't tell you anything about it, but it is amazing.
Yeah.
And that's as far as it ever goes. And it's amazing how the conversation for that is locked up like 10 times tighter than a Marvel movie. That Marvel movie you want to see next week, it gets spoiled the night before. But no one can say a fucking word about Barbarian despite how great it was. Do you share the same opinion of how good it was? Or you're like, that was some bullshit. Or thoughts on Barbarian? Let's talk Barbarian. Spoilers on Barbarian.
Ooh.
I was upset there was not a single goblin nor sword nor loincloth in the movie titled Barbarian, dude.
It is a very strange title for something that has no barbarians in it.
No, yeah. I mean,
the closest thing I've figured out to the explanation for the title is it's on Barbary Street. And I'm just like, that's some bullshit.
Yeah.
Just knock that shit out, guys. All right, like there has to be a better reason than that. Barbarian was one of those things where like, I walked by the poster in the hallway to like go see Vengeance or something. And I was like, oh, that's an interesting poster. Mm-hmm. And then I saw the trailer. I was like, oh, I absolutely have to see this. And then I saw it without having really any expectations. Did not disappoint. Exceeded expectations, even, I'd say.
Yeah, definitely. I love that movie. I thought that I didn't watch too many trailers. I know the trailer didn't really spoil too much, but I liked the shift that it had, even though I hated. We're spoiling, right? I hated Justin Long's character. I remember I looked at Russell, and then Russell and them just love this man. So the whole movie is set up, all the tension, like, oh, is this person, but the dude from It, the Skarsgård dude, I thought that nigga was the one that was like trying to like kill her, or he was the barbarian in a sense, right?
They were setting that up, and then surprise, no,
it wasn't.
He's just a really nice dude.
Yeah, and then once they get captured or whatever, and then it shifts to this comedy movie about this dude who apparently possibly raped this girl, and then he actually owns that house, and he used to sell it out for Airbnbs and all this stuff. And then I actually felt bad for him because I thought maybe that he never, that he was innocent. Didn't you a little bit, or do you think that he really raped this girl?
Yeah, I was skeptical.
And then
in the beginning,
then when the movie played out, it's like, oh, well, you're a shitty person. You probably did rape this. You probably Dahmered the girl. Like, I mean.
Yeah, and the whole time after, Terrell kept talking about how you hated him.
I hated him.
And I was like, dude, Justin Long crushed it. It was such a good performance. I hated his character
because the girl shoot back for him. She escaped. The bitch could have left.
Yeah.
She went back for him. He shoots her. And then
when he throws her off the water tower, I yelled out, "You fucking cunt."
Thank you.
But I was just like, fuck this guy.
Really? Yeah, he's shitty. I was so mad.
I loved his performance. but I fucking hated the
Yeah.
character to its nth core. So.
Yes, and I was so happy after that ended that he died and that he was turned to a walrus in tusks because I did feel bad at that point. Yeah, like I'm
Now
done.
that I
And
actively
Jeepers
avoided.
Creepers, he got his eyes cut out, so he got his dues.
The worst thing that happened was he was portrayed by that old guy in Jeepers Creepers 4. Do you remember that in the
What do you mean?
beginning?
Oh yes, when they had the reboot,
Dude.
Jeepers Creepers Reborn. Did you watch that, Kush?
I did not. I've seen Jeepers Creepers 1 and 2. Really enjoyed both of them. And then I heard some foul shit about the director. And I was like, yeah, I can't support that. And also he's got no
He didn't do
explanation
the
for what the
fourth-
creature is.
Yeah, but I'm into that.
The fourth one has nothing to do with. Well, he's not a part of it.
He's not the
Okay.
director.
It's on VOD now. If you want to check it out, I'm not recommending this. This movie's not
Mhm.
good, but if you want a good laugh and get high, have
Yeah,
fun.
you got to hang out with friends and do it.
Yeah.
Don't watch that alone.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Okay. What's
Yeah.
going on with Jeepers Creepers 4 then?
Oh, well, you get a moment in the script where they stop at a hotel and it's like, what are we doing here? It seems like the plot isn't moving at all.
Mhm.
And then you realize they will, at this point, you know that they're both keeping a secret. There's a dramatic crescendo if either was to reveal. And the dude is like, hey, I got to tell you something. So as the audience, you're like, oh, he's going to propose to her.
Yeah.
And then he's like, check it out. And he pulls out a suitcase full of women's costumes. And she's like, what the hell is this? And he's like,
Yeah.
cosplay. And
He
she's like, what?
She's like, what?
She's like, oh, we're going to cosplay at the horror convention? And he's like, no, you're going to cosplay.
I forgot.
So, dude, Kush, there's literally a montage
Yes.
of her doing like some weak ass multiverse IP shit. What she dresses up as the most ratchet Edward Scissorhands I've ever
She was
seen.
Freddy first.
Oh yeah, Hot Freddy.
Oh, Harley
Mhm.
Quinn.
Oh, and Harley Quinn.
Yep.
Oh,
Edward Scissorhands. Jennifer from Jennifer's Body.
I think that's it.
That was it. Yep.
Dude, we're like, what are we doing? The whole movie's like that. There's a gay character that
Don't
gets
forget the
killed
crow.
off. Oh, yeah.
There's a crow in this.
There's the whole crow thing.
CGI, the green screens, it's all bad.
But I brought it up because Justin Long, in the first Jeepers Creepers,
Yes.
when they're driving around, and there's
Mhm.
that great moment. There's like an incident on the road, and then they
Mhm.
think they see a body being dumped. Well,
Mhm.
that whole thing is recreated. It feels at half speed because it feels like you're watching it for 20 minutes.
Yep.
And then it's Dee Wallace, who you're like, oh, cool, Dee Wallace is in this movie. Except that if you're a horror fan, it's a warning sign now.
Yeah.
She hasn't been in a fucking good movie since Red Christmas.
Yeah. And she was
And-
in Nyx.
Oh, she was.
That's the one I just
That was
mentioned.
the one star. No, so Kush, they redo the whole first 20 minutes again, except there's no kill. It's Dee Wallace and an old dude. And it's incredibly boring.
Yeah, 80-year-old
Oh.
rebooting it.
Yeah, but the
Oh.
rest of that movie, I had a lot of fun. I
Yeah,
wish
we were cracking up. We were cringing. We had
Yeah.
Tell About the Hillbillies at the theater.
Oh, yeah.
Bill is at the theater.
Dude, Kush, so you've seen a couple movies recently. How crowded was your theater?
Depends on what you're asking about. So, like yesterday, I saw Smile during a matinee, and we're talking about a Tuesday afternoon. I was surprised how many people were there. It was like maybe a dozen people, and they're
wow.
kind of being obnoxious. Well, again, that's Tuesday at 1 p.m. Tuesday at 1 p.m. But then, like,
Yeah, the
what did I
Rebels.
The Woman King, that was pretty crowded.
I wanna see that.
What did I see last week? Don't Worry, Darling. That was pretty crowded. And
Oh,
that
I
was
like
a Saturday
that.
matinee. Very pretty movie, but it is a bullshit story. Like, it went nowhere.
Oh, why you say that? What was bullshit about Don't Worry, Darling?
Why? What's it about?
Florence Pugh is amazing.
Florence Pugh was amazing. No one's criticizing her performance, but we're specifically talking about the story. It's basically, again, spoilers, everybody. Basically, Florence Pugh gets sucked into The Sims 4 in a very specific skin pack too, like 50s edition. But we don't find any of the entire time we're watching this, you're like, something's up with this town. And I was like, is this going to be some bullshit like The Village? Sure enough, it's some bullshit like The Village because they're all in a virtual reality.
Kind of. Well, it's these dudes that have nothing going for them. They were like in this cult-like thing now. This guy that listens to, he has a podcast like, oh, you could do better. Da, da, da. And there's this guy, Florence Pugh was like a doctor or some shit. He was out of a job. He was at the house. He tried to connect with her, and she's like, I'm tired from work. I can't, she wanted to like have his time with her. And he felt some type of way he couldn't provide for his woman. So he went into that place and basically like, knocked her out and then put her, like he said, in this Sims like thing. And then she has this thing over her head and she thinks she's in this different timeline. Yeah. So he's this perfect man there providing for his woman, working every day. And she's this Stepford wife type of girl, but all the women have the same memories because they're all in this thing. The dudes are the bad guys, like that. And then the women are all trapped in this, like he says, that's a cool little Sims 4 type of thing.
What was that Matthew McConaughey movie?
Which
with
one?
The fish, where he was like in a video game the whole time?
What do you mean?
Oh, I know what you're talking about. I forget the title.
Yeah,
of it.
Was a fish?
That was a January sleeper from like 2019, man.
Yep.
I can barely remember life before COVID.
Don't sleep on that one.
Oh,
You never saw that?
I don't think I've seen
Dude,
that.
it's like a drama where it's like Matthew McConaughey is like missing his son, except the movie's about him being like a fisherman on a boat. And
I've
there's
never
a
seen
spy,
that.
but twist, he's in a video game.
Oh, really?
Dude, so weird.
Yeah, see, it's like a whole little different, like it's in your head or something. I don't know. And then she had to try to escape. I don't know. The acting was great on Florence.
Oh, you were about to say horrendous. Right
No.
You were about to say horrendous.
The reason the acting was great, but I will say this movie had a lot of drama surrounding it. With whole Olivia Munn and the Harry Styles,
what's
Shia
she doing?
LaBeouf.
Olivia Munn's not in it. That's Gemma Chan.
No, it's Olivia Wilde. I got her name.
Olivia Wilde.
Yeah. You both wrong right there. Yeah, Olivia Wilde. Yes, she had a lot of drama with this movie because didn't she write this or should have directed this
I
film?
have no idea.
She took a script from the Blacklist and then had her own pen to it a little bit. I don't even think she's credited, but she had influence on altering the script, which I can't imagine being anything.
Check that. She directed it. Anyways, she didn't get along with Florence Pugh. She was fucking and sucking on Harry Styles. She had a whole husband or fiance with 3 kids and cheating. So everyone on set felt some type of way because they saw them in cahoots. When the movie finished filming, she dropped his ass to try to go back to her man. And that's just the icing on the there's some more. That's like Shia LaBeouf's. She said that he was fired. He said he quit. So I don't know what the story is on that. Rich people, they got.
I don't know. That sounds like the movie's more interesting.
I liked it. I left that movie being shocked because I went into this movie thinking I was gonna hate it. So I don't like period pieces. I don't like old people shit. And I loved this movie. It was thrilling. It kept me on the edge of my seat. I knew something was wrong, and then as it played out, I don't know. I don't know. I liked it.
In the opening scene, everybody's having a cocktail party, and Nick Kroll kisses Harry Styles. I went, "Yeah, this ain't the '50s."
Kiss on the lips.
It's very playful, but it's a kiss on the lips. I was like, "Yeah, this sure as hell ain't the '50s." I know that.
Dude.
But like, so at one point, Florence Pugh does wake up, and she's super conscious of everything. And her and Harry Styles are having this just argument. He's like, "Do you know what it's like for me to be such a fucking loser? Like, I couldn't find a job, but now all I do is work outside of here. I work 10-hour days." I was like, wait. You joined this whole thing because you couldn't find a job, but to support the bills, to keep everybody in this world, you have to get a job. Fuck you.
He was living the best life. She was doing the work and he was just at home. At least, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's like, "Do you know how much his PlayStation 5 cost?"
Basically.
Oh, dude, he had the super station tower. Like he had the dual curve screens on his monitor. And then he's in that situation. He's like,
he did.
I tried to call you, but to see what you wanted for dinner, but you didn't answer. And she's like, "Motherfucker, I'm a surgeon.
He didn't make
I've
anything.
been in an operating room for 30 hours.
I forgot about that. Yep. And he got mad at her for that. It's like, this is my job. I don't know. I really like that movie.
It sounds better.
I'm glad you did.
No, I like this movie. No, I liked it. I'm gonna watch it again.
That Matthew McConaughey movie I was talking about is called Serenity.
Serenity. Okay. Yeah. I never saw Serenity, but I remember hearing that. Just like, oh, that's
I got that on Blu-ray. I never watched it.
Oh,
you
spoiler.
spoiled it.
You were gonna watch it. You don't want to see Anne Hathaway in a video game?
Oh, I love Anne Hathaway. Be my cat.
I gotta say, I love some Anne Hathaway myself.
I bet you do. Is she nice? I like her. All right, moving on. What else you see? You said you seen Smile.
Smile's all right. It's just The Ring without a solid structure, but it's really well paced. It's well directed. Lots of very cool camera angles in it. Did you guys catch that this weekend at all? Like it did phenomenally well.
Always. We were there the third opening day
Yeah, I didn't know it had that
I don't
many
know.
earlier screenings. It aired Tuesday, I think, Wednesday.
Yep.
We usually go Thursday, and I thought that was early. I thought that was it. Like we were like, oh, we've seen it first, but no, they had earlier screenings Tuesdays and Wednesdays. For this film, but I don't know. We were late. We didn't see the beginning, so maybe you're
No.
supposed to tell us what happened at the beginning.
Yeah, have you been out to Daly City?
Like, what are you talking about? The Cinemark?
Yeah, it's Century 20 over there.
Yeah, the last time I was at the Cinemark was to see Vengeance with BJ Novak.
Oh,
That was the only
shit.
place it was playing. Yeah, that was like, I guess, August at this point.
Yeah.
It was a long time ago.
Well, have you been over to Gilman? There's a brewery right there now.
Yes, I've been to the brewery, and it's one of those awful places where like our menu's on a QR code, and if you can't scan
yeah.
it, we can't tell you what we serve. It was like,
They got
What?
rid of that.
Yeah. Now
Thank
it's on a
God.
chalkboard. It's a
Yeah.
chalkboard like triangle thing.
Yeah,
Simple.
but
Simple.
that's our
What?
that's our new thing though. We go over
Okay.
there and we'll drink before and then go in.
Nice.
And,
Yeah, I should be done.
Dude. Yeah, we missed 10 minutes. as
Yeah.
well.
We did. So tell us what happened at the beginning of this movie.
Okay, so it's a lot of character setup. We meet our protagonist. She's a therapist, and she's working long hour days. Someone, Cal Penn, Kumar of Harold and Kumar. He's like, "You've been working all day. You need to go." And she's like, "Yeah, I guess you're right." And she gets up, and the phone rings, and then she goes right back to work, and she meets this girl, and this chick's like, "Yo,
Uh-oh.
I think I'm being haunted, and like I'm a PhD candidate. I'm not crazy, like, but oh my God, there's something behind you, and it's smiling at me, and wah! And she witnesses this woman slit her throat, and then the curse is then placed upon her, and that's how we get into the whole story. But there's like a lot of
Yeah.
setup
Yeah, we
to
missed
get to
all that.
Yeah, I mean,
We missed that
it's
much?
all set up. It's all
We
set up, but I
missed-
feel like
we
you
missed-
guys caught up once you got there. Like she talks about it several times. Like my patient killed herself.
No. I set up. Yeah. He's saying it took a long time to get that little bit in.
Oh.
So it wasn't that bad.
Okay.
Yeah, we had some friends meeting us there that were unhappy that we had missed so much of the beginning of the movie.
Yeah.
And while I walked past him, I was
Mind
like,
your
dude, what do we miss? And he's like, the trailer. So I was like,
Yeah,
"Oh,
there you go.
okay." Yeah, so what'd you think? Oh, you want to slander this movie by calling
Uh-huh.
it The Ring?
Yeah.
What the
I
hell?
mean, I'm not slandering it. It's The Ring. It follows. It's another similar film where there's a curse happening, and the curse will only exist if I pass it on to the next person before I die. Oh, the Bye Man. That bullshit. Yeah, come on,
Ugh.
guys. This is not anything you haven't seen
Bye-bye.
before. All right. The only difference between
Yeah.
this and The
Well, I
Ring
mean-
is like there's an actual like cornerstone for what happened. Little girl got tortured in a mental hospital. They recorded it on a VHS cassette. Haunted VHS cassettes for everybody. But in this one, they're like, so who was the last person that got killed? And then who was the last person that got killed? And then who was the last person that got
they
killed?
did
And
do
thankfully,
that.
they only do
They
rule of
did.
3 on
Yeah.
that. But at some point, the ex-cop boyfriend who's wearing a lot of guy liner, he's like, so I got back to 20 stories.
Guy liner. I'm gonna use that.
He's like got some mascara.
Guy liner.
some
I love
rouge.
it.
Yeah,
He was
That's a-
looking good.
I'm sure he was. I'm sure he was.
Oh, I see. You did the video. That was a good. You see this face?
Anyways, he only goes. He's like, I found 20 cases where 19 people killed themselves. I'm like, but what happened with case number 1? Tell us about what happened with case number 1. I don't want to hear about this. We can also find out about
Well, they
the
did
guy
go
who
to-
didn't die, but what
There
happened
you
with case
go.
1?
Yep. We went back to him.
Well,
And-
narratively, if I was writing that script, I want you to ask that question when the credits are rolling and be like, well, you know what? Buy the Blu-ray. Give me some funding. And
the guy in prison alludes that there was a case in Brazil or something because he did his own research. He's like, oh, if I just murder some random bitch and have someone else witness it, then that curse will go on to him and it'll escape me and I'll live, but I'll spend the rest of my life in jail. But hey, small trade-offs.
that's the thing.
well, here's the thing. So the movie's not really, it's pretty heavy-handed that it's a film about trauma.
Yeah,
And,
trauma and
you know-
suicide and lots of sad stuff.
Well, it's particularly about trauma. And I
Yeah.
think that you calling back to The Ring is, it's notable because I think The Ring's about trauma too.
Yep.
Sure.
Just The Ring, it's media, right? So
Mhm.
we have a single mom raising her kid and she's trying to like shield the kid from media. It's kind of like with what is Videodrome, right? So
Mhm.
it's kind of like this sensory, like you see something you shouldn't. And I think the reason that Smile is different and interesting when there it is a kind of tired trope, the curse following you. The thing that Smile did different was, the ghost that she's trying to exorcise is like a mental illness. And the thing that I struggled with Smile was how bleak the fucking ending was. Because if this movie's like a non-linear telling of somebody who's unraveling, and I mean, she's in the pinnacle of the career that, you'd think she'd be equipped to fight this thing. And it's like, no, dude, the therapy and all your coworkers, they kind of are even more alienated because you shouldn't be doing this. Like, of all people, it shouldn't be you. So she's left alone and exploring her past trauma and her family, and ultimately taking that journey is what kills her.
Yeah, but I didn't like the ending that much either, because it just, when it ended, I thought she was gonna beat it. Like, I like that.
Oh, I thought she did beat it.
When she fought the thing back, she like essentially killed it, burned the house down. I thought that was it. And then she goes to that place, and where did she go? She tried to go kill the guy or something?
She goes back to her ex. The guy liner.
Yeah. Yep. And then that's where she realizes she's still back in the house.
Yeah.
There you go. That's what it was.
Very Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yep.
Except, Freddy Krueger was a ghost, essentially, where this is, the whole movie's about you have a mental breakdown and everybody distances from you, like your family and friends. And then when you're left alone to look into why you had the breakdown, you kill yourself. And I'm like, dude, what a fucking bleak movie. I don't know. And honestly, I think that's why it's kind of worthwhile, though. I can't think of another horror film that kind of had that mental journey, unless you're going to do like Rosemary's Baby or something, but that's like pregnancy, not being crazy.
Yeah.
There's plenty of good stuff in this film. Like, I'm not poo-pooing it.
Yeah, and I jumped and I screamed in one part.
I had a couple of jump scares myself.
Yep.
That one scene where she's just on the laptop and all of a sudden just like I literally got upset. I was like, wow.
Yeah, that shit was effective. And the part where the fucking sister's running out towards her car, like, I didn't know that was in the trailer.
I know.
So that should not have been in the trailer.
I had
that was
no
really
idea,
good.
though. So that shit fucked me up. And I was like, what the hell? But I then later after the movie, we were all talking about, oh yeah, that was in the trailer. Who, like, Chuggy or someone said that. And I was like, oh wow, why would they show that?
Dude,
why would they show that?
That's crazy.
Siskel and Ebert, they never agree with me and Terrell. Like, they hate horror movies, which honestly, hey, if you want to pitch to somebody a Texas Chainsaw or Maniac, tell them to go look at their reviews. Dude, incredible. But the one thing I totally agree with them on is don't watch the fucking trailers, man. Like, if you're a film fan, like Kush, you're going to go to the movies anyway. I really think there's nothing to benefit from it.
I still need to know what the movie's about, so I at least need to see the trailer once. And I've run into a couple of friends of mine. They're like, I don't watch the trailer for anything, dog. I go in cold. I'm like, bullshit, you do. Fuck off. No, like, you have to see the trailer once. You at least have to know. You can't just walk into Smile. That's that. No. Ooh, that sounds like a jolly show. Ooh, are we gonna see a comedy?
No, this.
Are we gonna see a feel good movie? No, you're not.
Well, I mean, there are posters, and me and Terrell, we live on Instagram, so posters are a big deal.
Yep.
But as horror fans, literally,
I don't watch. Like,
we'll go to any of them, though.
Like the last movies I watched on VOD and stuff, a lot of them was okay, that poster looks cool, I'll watch it, but I don't look up trailers before I put those on.
Yeah,
and that's why you see a lot of shitty things, maybe,
dude.
But I mean, it's more fun because sometimes you get super surprised.
But that you nailed it. You know what I fucking hate is when you're coordinating with friends and you're like, hey, want to watch a movie? And they're like, what movie? Yeah, and then like, because you learn they're the ones, you tell them the title and they Google the trailer.
Oh, yep.
And dude, half the time they'll tell me shit. Oh, I don't want to watch a paranormal, and I'm like, I didn't know it was paranormal. I get it. Like, me and Terrell, we mostly consume horror, and we're so into that genre that I mean it when I say any horror movie that comes out, we just go.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
if you,
sure.
I follow Terrell's Instagram account at Terrell88FY.
Thank you.
He is always posting some random ass Blu-ray. They're like, someone invested $100,000 in that. Wow, like, it can't be good. I mean, I'm not trying to be a snob. But it's like you guys are all.
No, I get it.
If there's one jump scare in a film, you guys are on top of all of them. That's why we have you on here tonight.
There you go.
Yeah, but so you don't buy Blu-rays at all?
He does.
I have a couple Blu-rays. You know what? I'm just eventually there's going to be another medium. So I actually have more digital copies than I have Blu-rays or DVDs these days.
Oh,
Kush, when are you going to come to the movies with us again?
When are you going to invite me?
Tomorrow, we're going to the Balboa to see Lisa Wilcox and what?
Are you going to that?
Yeah.
Okay. I think I'm supposed to go see Amsterdam tomorrow, but I can totally put that off if you guys are doing that.
That's what Andy wanted to
come
see.
out with us.
I want to go see Nightmare on Elm Street 4. Yeah, fuck it. Yeah.
Dude, Lisa Wilcox is going to be there, so we could go. We'll hang out in the back. I know you're going to have your little flask. I always be looking for that.
Okay.
Look.
Oh, he be having a flask. Oh, look at Kush.
I
thought right he was known for his like weed, his herbal life.
But I can't smoke weed in the theater, Terrell.
Oh, okay. You can have a gummy.
Hey,
I have plenty of gummies. That's not the problem.
Let me have some. He said,
I'll bring you some gummies tomorrow then, dude.
Yo, thank you. I'm down.
Oh, dude.
I would love that. I ran out.
What the fuck?
I did. I take him before bed.
You're gonna take one with him, dude. Every time we're hanging out, I try to get him to take one. He's
I
like,
ain't taking one. Not tomorrow. I gotta see Lisa. I can't fall asleep.
He just said he was gonna bring you one for.
Well, so what's your dosage limit? So like
he said, SOME is more than one.
So you're on the microdose because I microdose 5 milligram gummies. Are you? What's your limit?
There you go.
Are you that dude who does like I can't really do 5 milligrams or like I do 500 milligrams?
No, 5 is fine. I used to have the cherry ones in the little can. I ran out.
Mm-hmm. All right, yeah. No, I got some sour watermelon here. Ooh, I got some sherbet.
He knows how to read a room.
Sherbet that plus gummies did specifically for Pride, and I'm like, this is some bullshit. Like, donate $1 to the charity if you want to, but like, this is the best flavor. Make it year round. That's so dumb.
Sherbet. Oh, it's a Pride flavor.
It's virtue.
It tastes like marshmallows in the cereal. Lucky Charms.
Oh, like Lucky Charms. Oh, okay.
Imagine all your breakfast cereal marshmallows. It tastes just like that.
It's the rainbow.
It's amazing.
Okay.
Yeah, so bring that. I'm down.
Yeah, let's do it. Oh, we'll go see Lisa.
Hell yeah.
Okay. Yeah. As soon as we get off.
Oh, wait, no. Wait, I forgot. I had a secret to tell you.
Oh.
So you're like, I can't smoke in the theater. So one of my homies over at Scary Thoughts podcast, shout out to Chad Lott. Actually, I don't even know if I should. No, it doesn't matter. He reached out to me. He had gone dry for a year. No.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's a big pothead. And he just laid off it and was meditating.
Is that the
every
one
day.
with the long hair?
Yeah.
Okay, I met him.
And he was like, dude, on my birthday, when I break this, he's like, I just want to black out from smoking.
Oh.
So he was like,
dumb.
Hey, he's like, find a theater that will show Evil Dead 2.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Smoke in it.
Uh-oh.
So I couldn't tell. This man might have been messing with me, but I'm like, I'm going to try. And I'll tell you, Kush, I found one that would do it. No. I found one that would rent it to us.
Oh, okay. Oh, groovy.
Yeah.
You have to rent the whole theater. That's cool.
Yep. So in the future,
okay,
if you want to hotbox the damn theater,
I don't.
Something about watching Evil Dead 2 and you say that now. Give him one drink.
Oh, I have a drink. Hell yeah.
And then you'll be like, let me get a hit.
Oh, I know. That does happen.
You'll be like, is that rainbow sherbet?
I want to taste the rainbow.
So smoking in a theater is not a new thing to me, man. Back in 1997, the Market Street it's not Market Street Cinema because that's a strip club, but there was a movie theater right next door to it, and they were playing Godzilla 1998. It's 1998, so original gangsters. This is Fred Williamson. This is Richard Roundtree. This is Pam Grier. This is Ron O'Neal. This is all the old school gangsters finally together in one film for a renaissance. And the theater is so run down that people are just smoking cigarettes in there, and we're like, "Fuck it, us too." A rat ran across me, hit me in my boot. Like, that's how crazy shit was going.
Oh, I would have left. Rats. That's disgusting.
You would have had a heart attack.
Oh, I would have died in 98.
It was definitely startling, but we'd had enough beers that I was like, oh, that happened. All right. So, guys, we're definitely going to hang out tomorrow. We're going to watch A Nightmare on Elm Street 4. And we're going to meet Lisa Wilcox. It's going to be pretty dope at the Balboa Theater. But you can find Lord Battle at Overlook Theater on Twitter. Instagram is at Lord Battle. Anyway, Terrell Trotty. You can find him at Terrell826 on Twitter. You can find him at
Yep.
Terrell88 on Instagram. Guys, is there anything I'm missing here?
Yeah, it's CNT Unfiltered. That's Terrell's new podcast that they so politely let me on one time and never again.
Bitch, we only have 22 episodes.
And
That's
you
a
can
good start.
It is a good start. We've been killing it, I think. One of our episodes got 5.2 thousand downloads.
What?
I don't know. It was all in the UK, but that was exciting. It just kept going
That's
up.
amazing.
Yes, it was.
It's actually a malfunction.
And they were all listening.
They emailed and were
to
like,
my crazy ass. Like, bitch, I'm a hot mess. And they wanted to hear us. Like, the fuck? So, yeah, shout out to CNT Unfiltered. And watch the Overlook Theatre YouTube because we got some shit coming. Bluray Tuesday with Terrell is popping off. Stay tuned to Spooky Bluray Tuesday, which is super fun. Tomorrow, Thursday, or maybe Friday, my newest episode is going to drop, and that's going to be fun, I hope.
Should be tomorrow.
Yeah, so it should be fun. So all through October, there's some trick or treats going on. So stay tuned for that.
And then Kush, you got to start listening to the Overlook Hour. We keep throwing trivia out there. We keep talking about you, and it's like,
yeah, they mentioned you a few times.
Emailing, and they're like,
did it? He mentioned you. You got a list. Oh my god,
like,
you lost your mouth.
People are like, Kush isn't responding, and we're like, we think he's mad, but we're here.
No,
now.
I'm definitely not mad.
Yeah,
oh my
Kush,
God.
we haven't heard from you in a long time, girl.
OM Jesus.
All right, we'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah, Kush, I love you, man. Anytime you want to kick it, dude, we're down to come on here and ruin your show.
I know, right? He said, I'm cutting all this out. I am so sorry, but I had fun. I just want to tell you that for sure.
I appreciate you being here, Terrell, and I had a lot of fun as well. Also, I do some stuff around here. You're obviously listening to Microdose, but the Waffle Box podcast is the best part of Wednesdays. Every Wednesday, you can hear me and Mr. Mike Fish talk about everything and nothing at all. Also, out in the UK, I was a part of Where Nobody Knows Your Name, the unofficial Cheers podcast. I was on their 40th anniversary podcast. You should have a listen to that. It's a lot of fun. It's good. I promise you.
All right.
Don't worry about that shit. All right. Anyway, otherwise, for Terrell Trotty, for Lord Battle, I've been Kush Hayes. You've been you. And
Microdose, 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 yeah, microdose.
From the BosNet family.
spoilers on Barbarian.
Ooh.